Hey guys, what's going on? It's the Eradicator, and in today's video we are going to have a little bit of fun as we are going to be rating the Star Citizen ship and vehicle manufacturers from the trashiest to the best with 5 different levels: trash, meh, neutral, good, and best. It's actually a post that I saw on Twitter from Kaliwani, who is also a content creator on Twitch. I'll put the link in the description down below if you want to check her out. So, what are my worst manufacturers? I'm going to start with Argo. I just hate Argo. I think their ships look ugly. They're terrible to fly. They're not very good at what they do because, I don't know, they're just bugged or just not effective or time consuming. I would rather mine with a prospector over in a mole, and I would definitely use any other trade ship than a raft after having tried it out. It's just these ships are just bad. I mean, we need to have ships for industrial purposes, but I'm not really convinced about what they do. The next one is Consolidated Outline. For me, this manufacturer is also trash. I think that the Mustang is just not as good as the Aurora overall for the same amount of tasks that it is going to be doing. I think that the Nomad, same, is just not as good as a Titan or a Cutlass. It just sits in between, and I don't like the open cargo as well. I don't like the hoverquad. I mean, it's fun to fly, but it doesn't have any shields, so you're gonna have to be really careful when you're flying this one. And we're not going to be seeing the Pioneer anytime soon, so yeah, the Consolidated Outland, sorry, but that's at the very lowest part of my chart here. Next, meh, and we'll start with Origin. Sorry, I just don't have any feelings for Origins. It's a luxury ship. I don't need luxury when I'm doing stuff in the verse. I want to be as effective as possible, and because it's luxurious, it's also more expensive. It's just a lot of fluff and not enough stuff, in my opinion. Misc is also kind of meh. Misc ships are not the best to fly, and they're just not the best at what they do as well. They focus on industry and money making for the most part, and that's okay. But I'm not having a lot of pleasure flying their ships. I mean, they're cool. It's cool to see some of those being flown by other people. Just not my cup of tea. Alpoa is also not my cup of tea as well. I've never flown a Nox. Just one time, and I wasn't so impressed. I prefer the looks and feel of a Dragonfly, and the Kratual is just, I mean, it sounds great, but it only has 2 guns, and it's quite a big target for other ships, so it's definitely not going to be my ship of choice to fight in the verse. So yeah, meh. Next, the ships that I'm neutral with, or the manufacturers I'm neutral with, and that's going to be the first one is Gattac manufacturer, because they make the Raylan and it looks super cool because it's for both Xi'ans and humans at the same time. Plus, it's got the looks. It's got about 200 SU of cargo capacity, so it's going to be a very nice little cargo ship. But yeah, it's not there yet, and I don't think we'll be seeing it anytime soon, so I'll wait and see. The Banu Suli as well is quite neutral for me. I don't mind them. The Defender is a pretty tough ship to fight, and the Banu Merchantman, I believe, is going to be a true moneymaker for any merchants out there. But I'm a humanity first type of guy, and these are not human ships, so I'm just gonna remain neutral there. Next, still neutral here, Kruger. Now, I don't dislike Kruger, but I'm not a fan of them. But I do enjoy fighting with a squadron of Merlin/Archimedes, especially when they're being carried by a ship like a C2 Hercules. They can make quite a bit of damage when they're all together, but because they don't have any quantum drive, it's just not that it's not just that much of a useful ship, and we don't see that often. I'm also neutral with Isperia. Again, I'm a humanity first type of guy, but I gotta say that the replicas of the Vandal ships that they are making are pretty cool. I love flying a Blade, and I gotta say that it's also cool that they have Terravan ships. Great paint jobs for their Terravan ships. I love the virtual cockpit as well that just opens in front. Pretty cool, but not gonna fly those ships on a daily basis. However, we're gonna move on to the good manufacturers now, and we're gonna start with Grey Cat Industrial. I do drive regularly a Grey Cat PTV, that little buggy here, which just can go anywhere, and it can even carry another passenger or even corpses on the passenger side. It's just really fun, and I cannot wait to be trying the new race with it in 3.18. And also, it's got the rock that allows you to make some money off medium-sized rock, and it's got also the Cygnus that we're going to see in Squadron 42. Rapid Space Industries, for me, is another good manufacturer here. I love the Aura, as I mentioned earlier. It's got the awesome X-Wing in the shape of the Scorpius. The Constellation is also a ship that's very useful, and we see a lot by a lot of players. Very polyvalent, and it also makes much bigger ships like the Bengal, for example. I like Aegis too. It's a good manufacturer, very good for combat. Obviously, they have a huge range of combat ships like the Gladius, the Saber. Some ships are a little bit more specialized, like the Eclipse, which is more of a bomber, or the gunship, that is the Redeemer. But not just that, they also have non-combat ships like the Reclaimer, that's going to be very useful in 3.18 when salvaging is finally going to be a gameplay loop that people are going to be able to experience by themselves. And finally, the best manufacturers will start with Anvil, again mostly combat focused. They have a lot of different ships here, including the old school Hornets and also Gladiators, which are, well, kind of make me feel of Star Wars fighters. That's why I like them too. The Hurricane is also a fan favorite if you have a pilot and a gunner, because it's got this massive gunner on top that can really do a lot of damage, especially in PvP. But not just that, they also have bigger ships like the Valkyrie for troop transport that we fight a lot. A lot of NPCs seem to be enjoying having a Valkyrie, and also, of course, the Karak, which is the flying home for a lot of citizens out there in the verse. Very cozy ship. It can also do a little bit of combat at the same time. Next, for best, that is controversial. Some people would put it as trash, but for me, it's kind of this manufacturer that's love it or hate it. And of course, it's Drake Interplanetary. I love Drake. I like the idea of having no fluff, just stuff. If you see what I mean, I just coined it, by the way. No fluff, just stuff, and it's just the kind of manufacturer that will make the ships that are going to be designed for the job. Combat ships are going to be full of guns and nothing else. Transport ships are going to have a lot of space inside and a couple of guns to defend itself and nothing else. And but not just that, but they want to give the true power to the people by providing these cheap functional ships that everybody are going to be able to afford, except for the Kraken maybe. And finally, at the top of the list is Crusader Industries. Yep, I just love them. I love the fact that they are located on the floating city on Crusader, which is why their ships are all aerodynamic. I love the Mercury Star Runner, which makes me think of the Millennium Falcon in Star Wars. It's really got those cool vibes here. Plus, it's fast. It's got 96 SE of cargo capacity. Actually, a little bit more. Sorry, my bad. It can carry a lot of cargo. Sorry, and the C2 Hercules as well. Lots of cargo here, but also it can carry a lot of vehicles too. Allows us to do those pocket carrier missions that we can do with the Rat Club, and we cram as many Merlins as possible inside to then do some bounty hunting missions, for example. Very cool ship here, and that's why it makes it to the top. But let me know in the comment section down below, guys. We got a giveaway this month. We are giving away a Gladius Showdown Edition. All you have to do is to subscribe to the channel and tell me what will be your ranking for Star Citizen manufacturers. Do you agree with my ranking? I'm pretty sure some of you will not, especially when it comes to Drake or maybe Consolidated Outline. Well, let me know that as well. Also, feel free to join our Discord channel. We've got a lovely community there, and another giveaway this month. It is a Broad and Log pad with LTI. All you have to do is to join our video sharing contest, or you can also be a YouTube or Patreon member to have automatic access. You just need to enter your name there. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much to Eric Owen, Dr. Fabin, Captain Seg, Geek Citizen, The Digitan, and Zeo Crusher. It's been the Eradicator. I will see you guys later.